Today I will be making a simple meatloaf recipe. I chose this recipe because of its simplicity and its inexpensive ingredients. I purchased the meat from Publix where it cost $8.83 and weighed 1.3 pounds. The product was presented in a refrigerated casing that was easily accessible for shoppers. The case was very clean and sanitized and was kept below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. The total cost per serving is around $3.30, with the meat component per serving about $1.10 and the non-meat components costing $2.27 per serving. The ground beef was packaged at Publix and it has a styrofoam bottom and then it's wrapped in cellophane on the top. While I wash my hands and prepare the other ingredients, I will put the ground beef in the freezer, which is being stored around 30 degrees Fahrenheit. The utensils you'll need are a knife, a thermometer, a bowl, a measuring cup, a measuring spoon, and just a regular spoon. Before using any of these utensils, we'll need to wash them thoroughly. After washing all of our utensils, I'm going to wash my hands for the second time. This is right before I'm going to start cutting up all of the ingredients, and I'm going to wash my hands for about 1 minute thoroughly. The ingredients you'll need are the ground beef as shown earlier, 1 egg, half an onion chopped, 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of crushed saltine crackers, salt and pepper for taste, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of mustard, and a 1/3 cup of ketchup. You're going to add the half chopped onion, the saltine crackers crushed, the milk, the egg, and the salt and pepper all into one bowl. After washing our hands again, we're going to take our lean ground beef out of the freezer where it's been chilling. Don't worry, it's not frozen at this point. And we're going to open it up and we're going to break it up and put it into our bowl with all of our other ingredients from earlier. The meat I'm using is the lean ground beef from earlier. This beef is sirloin because it is 93% lean and 7% fat. Now you're going to mix all of the contents in the bowl with your hands. It will get a little messy, but this is the way to get an even consistency. Next, we are going to grease our pan. I chose to use Pam spray. I think that's the easiest. And then you're going to take all of the contents in your bowl and you're going to put it in the pan and you're going to make a loaf. Pat it, make sure it's nice and even, and then we're going to set our oven to 350 degrees. I chose to bake it in the oven because this will get it to the temperature of 160 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what the temperature needs to be for ground beef for it to be safe to consume. Now that our loaf is ready, we're going to make the sauce that goes on top. Add the 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, the 2 tablespoons of mustard, and the 1/3 cup of ketchup all into the bowl that we just washed. Stir all the contents of the bowl until you get a nice even consistency, and then you're going to spread it over the meatloaf. Now the meatloaf is ready to go into the oven. Once you place your meatloaf in the oven, you want to set the timer for 1 hour. The meatloaf has to cook for 1 hour to reach the consistency where it's cooked all the way through completely. Halfway through the meatloaf baking, I have placed a thermometer into the middle of the meatloaf to make sure it's cooked completely through the middle. As you can see, the thermometer is reading about 190 degrees in the middle of the meatloaf, and so that's a little bit higher than 160, which is what we need for it to be cooked completely. Okay, after 1 hour of baking, the meatloaf is finally finished. We take it out, the thermometer is still reading 190, but it slowly goes down. So we know that the meatloaf is completely cooked all the way through. And now the meatloaf is finished. You can cut it up. It serves about 8 people, and it's ready to eat. leftovers of your meatloaf, you're going to want to either put them in a plastic bag or in some sort of plastic container, and you're going to want to put it in the refrigerator or the freezer. You want to put it in the refrigeration because you don't want to leave it out or else it'll spoil.